You mentioned the illiberal left, which I like that phrase, because not only do they try to attack these individuals who don't toe the line and delegitimize them, they go after any entity that acts as a distributor for these voices. I mean, the network for which you work, Fox News, you focused in your book too, why they're absolutely obsessed with delegitimizing Fox, which I don't understand, because you have a litany of other networks from which to pick, and they're mad about Fox.
Yeah, well, I think this shows the level of intolerance and that they really do seek to silence views that they don't like, because, as you said, there are plenty of networks, there are plenty of news outlets that are giving Barack Obama and Democrats positive coverage. And at the time that they started what I call the war on Fox News against Fox News was right after President Obama had been elected, where I can't think of any president who's gotten the kind of coverage, positive coverage. And so the fact that they couldn't tolerate even one network, and that the White House sent people out saying that Fox News is, quote, not legitimate, and not only were they not going to talk to Fox News, but that other news outlets should not treat them seriously. This really crosses a line that I feel like has not been crossed before, and was really intended to just absolutely silence anybody who was going to be critical or ask questions that they didn't want to hear answered.
Are there increased attacks, I think, on the illiberal left on other liberals? Because just the other day, I said that you had come under attack, and you were saying, I can't believe that there are gay leftists that are criticizing me, considering my stance on same-sex issues. And you were taking a lot of fire, which kind of surprised me, because, again, that's something new that I have not seen, just the level of attacks leveled at other liberals.
Yes. Yeah, well, and again, you'll see in the book that a lot of the examples that I use involve liberals or moderates, people who are just agnostic. They don't even have a political point of view. It's not something that is just against conservatives or Christians, though obviously a lot of them are against them. And I think the blowback that I've gotten is very instructive, and unfortunately it could be in my book. It's exactly what I'm talking about, that I have one gay rights person saying that my book is dangerous, because I'm aiding the anti-gay, right-wing people. And I am a person who has always supported same-sex marriage, have always, has always supported gay rights, including when I was in the Clinton administration, where I was actually treated like I was kind of a radical by all the other people who didn't support same-sex marriage, who now do and act like who would have ever opposed that. And so to have them coming after me and saying, merely by saying, let's treat people with respect, debate the issue, and stop trying to delegitimize them, and they come back saying, no, we need to shun them, we need to delegitimize them, and the fact that I would suggest otherwise makes me dangerous.
There is, and it's not just with the issues that you get into your book, and obviously the illiberal left. What's the difference, by the way, between the illiberal left and just a basic liberal? Your run-of-the-mill average liberal?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think your run-of-the-mill liberal actually believes in liberalism, and the idea that debate and dissent is really critical to a free society. And I don't mean classical liberalism. I mean American liberalism. The ACLU that fought for the Nazis to be able to to march through a neighborhood with Holocaust survivors, the free speech movement at Berkeley that was fighting for free speech when they were being silenced about the Vietnam War, the various liberal Supreme Court justices who are now cited by our conservative justices, who really helped us shape our concept of free speech. And I think that's where I would make the distinction. Someone who is the illiberal left is somebody who likes to kind of claim the goodness of liberalism, the good parts of liberalism, while at the same time being very illiberal and trying to really shut down debate and shut down dissent.